Hello students, how are you? I hope fine and getting everything what we teachers are teaching you with the online classes. As it's a new experience, so it must be interesting also for you. Because in classrooms when we are teaching you in face to face, so on that time also you were revising at home and asking next day. This time you keep on maybe watching the videos again and again to understand the same thing. So maybe you're getting everything. Even then also, every day after finishing the video and before beginning the video, we are telling you if you have any queries, please send us through the WhatsApp group in comment. We are getting this or we are not getting or whatsoever. Or whether you are getting, even then also give us the feedback. Feedback is more important. Otherwise, it seems that nobody is interestingly watching the videos and even watching also but not getting. So whether you're getting or not, keep on writing for us. Yes ma'am, no ma'am, good ma'am or bad ma'am or whatsoever it is there. Or any particular word meaning which you did not get, keep on asking. In my personal WhatsApp number you can ask, or in the group also you can ask, no problem. Wheresoever you will ask, we will sort out your queries, okay? So let's begin today. First, let's have a quick revision what we had done yesterday. So yesterday and before yesterday on the 1st of April, I had given you a condition about 2 parts. Most of you have answered, but most of you remained quiet. No issue. On the next day, yesterday, we have discussed the first 2 stanzas. In both the stanzas, in the first stanzas, the poet is telling about the same condition. 2 roads are diverged and I have to choose one and I have decided. And the second one he decided. In the second stanza he has decided that I will walk on less traveled path. Now let's have a continuation of this poem in the 3rd and 4th stanza. Let me read the 3rd stanza first. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Here the 3rd stanza. So students, yesterday in the 2nd stanza, we have discussed that the poet has not decided that he is going to be on that way which is less traveled by the people. Yani ki that particular way in which people are not traveling a lot, less they are traveling. Okay, now he is telling in the first line of the 3rd stanza, and both that morning equally lay. Both here stands for one road and another road, both the roads. Fine, both the roads. And both that morning, means the morning when I started to walk on that. So on that morning, both the roads are equally lay. Lay means lying down. One is on the right side, another one is on the left side. The both ways are lying down. And I could see from there, from that center point or from that turning point. In leaves, no step had trodden black. And because it was early in the morning, so I could see in both the paths, a lot of leaves were fallen down. Early in the morning, because maybe entire night nobody walked. So entire night, because if you could remember, yesterday also I have told you that in the autumn season is the season where the leaves are fallen down after getting yellow or pale like so. So here in the morning when he has seen both the ways, so he found that both ways are filled with leaves. Here also, there also, because at night nobody walked. I would like to add here that this way was mostly traveled by the people, but at night nobody have traveled, maybe from a long time nobody have traveled. So on the way the path is there and the leaves were there, and on another side way it was already filled with the leaves only because less people traveled there. So at present both the paths are filled with the leaves. One thing I would like to add here, that here the leaves are the symbol of people also, actually there also and here also. In leaves no step had trodden. It means nobody have walked. Trodden black means nobody had walked on the leaves which made the leaves black. any pale leaf is there, and on which if we will walk them, so it will become either crushed or it will become black by pushing down or crushing down. So here what did he want to tell is that Robert Frost is telling that nobody have walked on that road, nobody have walked, so that is why the way is quite clear, because nobody have walked on that way. Oh, I kept the first for another day. I kept no step had trodden black. Trodden means walked on, by walking on the way and made it black. Means nobody had walked on the leaves, so the leaves are not made black by walking on them. Oh, I kept the first for another day. It means either this side or that side. Whatever path he has decided, that path he is going to walk, and second path he has kept for another day. It means today I will walk to that path and another day I will try to another path. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. And yet means even I was knowing very well that how this way will lead me. Lead me, I would like to remind you the first day conversation which we had. First day intimation which we had. One way with the condition, if you could remember, if we will select whatever we will select, whatever way we will select, this way will decide our future. This way will decide either we will take hard work first and then get the success, or first we will enjoy and then we will spoil ourselves. That is up to us. So but once we go on one way, it's sure that we can't come back from that way. But even then also the poet is consoling himself. Okay, fine, today I will take one way walk, and on the next day I will take the another way also. There is no issue. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. And even the poet is having a lot of doubts. He is having the doubt, one way I'm deciding, but is it true, or is it possible that I can come back and I can take the another way? So in this way the poet himself is doubting if I should ever come back, because he was knowing very well, once I opt one path, I will not be allowed to come back to another path or to come back from that path. Here I would like to add one thing. Students, this condition, the very first day which I have kept for you, that condition is to decide our future. I asked you which way you want to opt. So that is what a time comes up in our life, like in class 10th, a time comes up when you have to opt your stream after 10th. Like either you want to take commerce or PCM, PCB or humanities, or as per up to you. But whatever you are opting, you have to do hard work, and that opt will decide your future also. Like you have already decided what you wanted to be. Either you wanted to be an engineer, a doctor, or a painter, or a singer, or whatsoever, dancer or whatsoever. Whatever you have decided, whatever you wanted to be, that you have decided already. In the same manner, through this poem, the Robert Frost wants to tell us, to the students especially, that in our life, a time comes when we have to select. We have to decide. Anyhow, we have options and we have to opt one. And this selected option decides our future or shapes our future. So here it is what there. And once we have opted to that, we can't think. Suppose once we walked on to be an engineer and we opted whatsoever, and afterwards we wanted to come back and change back. So it's too late. We can't do a lot, or we can't be fulfilled. Most of the time we are not able to fulfill our dreams accordingly. So be with one and our future will be shaped accordingly. Afterwards, so that was the third stanza. Let's move on to the last one. I shall be telling with a sigh, somewhere ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Now here poet wants to tell us, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Again he is repeating these lines again. I shall be telling. Again he is informing us with a sigh. Sigh means a deep breath. He just thinking or maybe regretting, because it's a human nature. Suppose if we are having two options. Suppose a child is there and he has been given two options of ice cream. Suppose you are going to have ice creams and you have been given two options. One is the butterscotch and another one is vanilla. Suppose. Fine. So whatever you are opting, suppose your favorite one is butterscotch, you have opted, and another one is vanilla, and you found that others are also licking it with a lot of taste, so you became interested on that one which you could not choose. That's what there, this is a human nature which we don't have, we are getting more interested for that only. So here also the poet has opted the less traveled path, but he is telling this with a sigh, with a regret, because he wanted to go on another way also. That's what there. Here also I shall be telling this with a sigh. Sigh means deep breath, regretting, thinking, feeling sorry that I could not take another one path. Somewhere ages and ages hence, like before many years this time came to me, like, or in future whenever it comes up, a time came in your life also. Ages and ages means after many years or after many days a time will come up in your life, and hence, and then you have to decide your future. How will you decide your future? By opting the correct way. Somewhere means somewhere, somewhere to somewhere, kahin na kahin, somewhere to somewhere, ages and ages hence, many ages are coming up over there, many in future, after many ages or after many years a time comes up in your life, and hence, and then two roads diverge in a wood, and you will also find in the same way two road diverged, like you are also going to get the same option in your life in which you will find two roads in a wood. Wood means here in your future or in your life, here would stand for the jungle, but a symbol is there in your life. And I here stand for the Robert Frost or we people also, like same only. And I took the one less traveled by, and again he is repeating again that I have opted which way, which is less traveled by the people, and that has made all the difference. And whatever way I have, that last line is very very important, students. Why? And that has made all the difference. Difference here stand for the kind of change I have in me by selecting the path which is less traveled by the people. Got it? And that has made all the difference. Means every difference will be made by us by selecting the way. Like if I opt, suppose I'm not interested in that and I opted that a particular way or that particular path, so I will not be interested and I will not do that much hard work, or maybe I will not get success and I will waste my precious years in that only. So that will create a difference. Most of the people like us have the same way of condition over there. Like as I am a teacher, let's have an example. I am a teacher and I have other teacher also with me, and most of the teacher are having this way of thinking that we wanted to be something else, but later on we became teacher. It means this is a secondary option, but it's not with me. I wanted to be teacher then also, and now also I'm satisfied that I am a teacher. So that made a difference, whatever a difference I created over the way. So I am teacher by interest. I selected that path, I opted that path, and accordingly my future shapes. In the same manner, you people also having, maybe your dreams are there somewhere to become something to something else. So you also have to select something else, and you have to also opt accordingly. So overall, this poem is telling you all about that what to select in your life, how to select, what to select, and your selection is very important. You have to very preciously and cautiously you have to select, and your selection will decide your selection will shape your future. And that last line again I'm repeating, and that has made all the difference. And by your good selection, either good selection or a bad selection, a terrorist is there or a scientist is there. Again, one more example I would like to give you here. A terrorist is also a sharp, intelligent minded fellow, and a scientist, that is why he is a scientist. Both are working very hard, both are doing all the works together, but the intention is, one's having a right intention and another one is having a wrong intention. So one who is having a right intention, that person is working for the nation, for the welfare of the nation. And another fellow who has opted a wrong option to be a terrorist, who is killing the people, and he just killing himself also in the name of jihad and all that, and so and so. So he decided to be a terrorist, so he opted a wrong path, and accordingly his future is shaped. He is known to be a terrorist. Another part, the fellow has decided to be a scientist. He is doing very work hard. He is getting all name, fame, many awards or a lot of things over there. So he has become a good scientist. So his future is shaped accordingly. So it is our decision what we want it to be. And accordingly, our future will help us to be like so. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss the question answers and the rhyme scheme too, which are left over there in the poem in between. Tomorrow we will have a discussion session of the question answer and all that. So that's all for today. Hope so you liked it, and whatever queries are there, keep on asking. Thank you very much.